Hey, Nami students, Mr. Yance. Let's continue on with some CPR notes today. Day 2 of notes. I'll just kind of give you a heads up. I'm going to kind of go through some techniques today, especially with the Heimlich maneuver for choking. And then I have another video I did last year that demonstrates how to do that. So you'll have to kind of watch both videos. It also has a CPR to do CPR, which would be the next set of notes. It's on the same video. So let's start out with talking a little bit about strokes. Now, strokes is not something necessarily you have to do anything with CPR-wise, but it's something you need to recognize. And if you see someone having a stroke, you need to get them to the hospital right away because we can get clot busters in them and keep them from having permanent brain damage. So what are some symptoms of a stroke? So warning signs, we have a saying, it's called FAST, F-A-S-T. F stands for facial droop. One side of their face will kind of sag or droop down. Arm weakness, you have them close their eyes and put their arms straight out in front of them. They ought to be able to hold them there. If one starts to drift down, then you know that they're probably having a stroke. That's a pretty obvious symptom. Speech difficulties, have them say chicken soup. They'll slur that. That's another indicator. And then time. Get them to the hospital as fast as you can. So that's where the word fast comes in. Face, arm, speech, time. Easy to remember, but very, very important. Again, you're probably just going to have to call 911. You're not probably going to have to do CPR. Rare occurrences you might. But for the most part, what we're doing is blood flow stop flowing to part of the brain. So you want to get clot busters in, get the recovery faster. And that's why FAST is a good thing to remember for two reasons, because of the face, arm, speech, time, but also because you need to get them there fast. All right, so that's a big one. What I mainly want to talk about today is choking. Okay, choking causes about 3,000 deaths in the United States. You may not use CPR. That's fine if you never have to use it, but Heimlich maneuver, very possible. I've had to do it a couple times myself to people. So both times very successfully, thank goodness. Once on my niece, which is only like 4 at the time, and once on my brother. So they're going to give you the universal choking sign. Does not mean they missed a free throw and blew the big game. It means that they're panicking. They're not getting air. You don't want to ask them complex questions if you think they're choking. Say, can you speak? Are you choking? Can you speak? And if they can't, then you need to do the Heimlich maneuver. If they got a cough or they can whisper, they still have an airway. If they have a weak, ineffective cough and they have a high-pitched sound coming out or blue lips, yeah, that's not a good sign. So pretty simple technique, a little anatomy lesson real quick. You have 2 tubes. One goes to your stomach, called your esophagus, where food and water goes down, fluids. And then you have a trachea where air goes in. And we have a flap called the epiglottis that opens and closes. If it doesn't close fast enough, the old saying, it goes down the wrong pipe, that's true. Okay. So what we do is we squeeze the lungs and we expel that air backwards, and that pops that out like a cork in a bottle. And it literally doesn't just drop out. It goes whoosh. It flies out. Okay, really simple technique, very effective technique. We had that happen a couple years ago in our lunchroom, and you guys may have heard that story where Titus did the Heimlich maneuver on Carl and got his food out that he was choking on the lunchroom. So it works, and that was simply from a demonstration I did when he was a freshman. So it's a very effective technique. You're just going to make a fist with one hand, doesn't matter which one. You're going to wrap your arms around the person's waist. You're going to put that thumb side of whatever hand's your strong hand right above the belly button, and you grab your other hand and you push up and out or up and towards you, and that expels that object out. I have a video that demonstrates that also attached on there, so you want to watch that. If it's a pregnant woman or someone that's really big, you go underneath their armpits and you go up on their chest and you do the same thing. It's called a chest thrust. It works, maybe not as effectively, but that's maybe your only option, especially if the lady's 9 months pregnant, right? So that's what we do for adults or young children. You may have to get on your knees for a young child and do that to them. If it's a baby, one or less, a baby you can hold in your arm, okay? We do something a little bit different with them, okay? We position them face down. Again, this is on the other video as well. You make a C with your hand and you support their head and neck. And with the opposite hand, with the heel of your hand, you hit them right between the shoulder blades and try to knock it out. 5 back blows. Then you turn them over and do 5 finger thrusts, just like you would CPR. And then you keep alternating them until either and this is true for adults too, you keep doing it until either the object comes out or they go unconscious, then you got to do CPR, okay? There's no set number. I know it's 5 and 5. That's the rotation we do, but there's no maximum number you do on a baby or an adult for that matter, all right? And there's the rest of if they quit breathing, then you just do CPR like we would normally, which I'm going to go over on the next set of notes, okay? So watch the video, the other video I have on there. It shows you the technique. It also shows you CPR, which it's on the same video. I need to find a way to split that video, but I'll go over CPR stuff probably next set of notes anyway. So I'll just leave it on there, and you can watch it, and hopefully it makes sense. So hey, as always, if you got questions, shoot me an email, and we'll pick up there in the next set of notes. Hey, have a good one. See you. Bye.